name's Nicole Davis, and I'm the counselor here at William Peace University. And I have previously had some experience in working with adults who have been accused of abusing children and domestic violence in their home. So I'll answer some of these questions. One question is, how would I prevent myself from becoming drained in dealing with child abuse cases? And I think that question is similar to how would I prevent myself from being drained in all different kinds of cases. And I think just as a counselor, it's really good to have really good self-care. So that means that I'm taking really good care of myself, physically, and emotionally, and making sure that I have the right kind of support in my life personally. And also, I think clinical supervision is really important. And clinical supervision is when professionals come together and we consult with each other about cases, and not only about the case, but how the case is affecting us. And certainly in the case of child abuse, that would be a case that could be really emotionally draining. So I think leaning on other therapists for support is really important, and probably a way that a lot of therapists handle that. I've not actually ever had to report an incident to Child Protective Services. I do know that that is difficult to do, because in a lot of cases, well, should I say in a lot of cases? In some cases, the children are removed from the home, and it's really a very emotionally charged kind of case. So when you file a report, then social workers are going to go out to the home and do an investigation. I think the harder job is for those social workers who have to go do the investigation, because they have to actually make a determination about whether or not they think that the child is in a safe environment, which is really difficult. If they made the wrong judgment either way, it could be really traumatic for the child. So if they made the judgment that the child was in a safe environment and then the child was hurt, that would be difficult. And in the other case, if they decided to remove the child from the home, they always try not to do that, because the home even is considered the best environment for a child. But sometimes they do have to make the difficult decision to remove a child from home and put the child in foster care system. And hopefully that would be the best thing for the child. So it's hard to go into a home for a short amount of time and make a really, really important decision like that. Why do I think children don't speak up about their abuse? I think children are frightened and they're afraid, and it's very complicated because these are their parents and caregivers, and they do love them. They don't want to be taken away from their home. And also, sometimes they don't understand that that's not normal. If they've grown up in a house with abuse and they don't know any different, they don't really know that there's anything wrong with being abused, because it's really all that they know. I think sometimes our job as therapists is to help, when children seem to be traumatized, to help educate them about what is healthy, what's normal, how things should be in a family. And of course, how things should be in a family is a really broad, because all families are different. But to just help them get some education about what it does mean to be loved, and when loving, when they're hurt, that it's probably not a good environment for them to be in. Adults who abuse their children, I would say that often they are adults who were abused themselves as children. So it tends to be a cycle.